It's something which has worried residents in Graveney for months, but now the plans for the country's biggest solar farm have finally been submitted to the Secretary of State. It's about the same size as Faversham and sits on Graveney marshes. I'm out here in the South Swale Nature Reserve and you might be able to make out the specks of rain on my glasses. Now, this isn't the nicest day for a bit of a countryside walk, but that hasn't stopped the numerous dog walkers coming through this site, as they do every single day. Now, the village of Graveney has tons and tons of posters up as you drive through saying no to the solar farm, and it's clear the residents would miss this land if it was used for the plans.
Yeah, so the solar park proposal is just on the edge of Faversham, just by one of the parts of the creek, which is a beautiful area for walkers. Locals use it, but it's also part of the tourism appeal of the area, really important to the local economy. So I want that to be taken into account by the Secretary of State when he considers the application.
Cleve Hill Solar Park could provide energy to more than 100,000 homes, but residents and campaigners have worries that it will destroy the landscape and also the habitats of many wild animals. But in amended plans submitted, developers removed 70 acres of solar panels, reducing the area covered by them to less than half of the area they'll be developing. But is this going far enough?
I know that the proposal involves a reduction in the area of the solar park that they're proposing and more wildlife area. It shows that they have been listening to the concerns of residents who are really worried about this huge proposed development and the impact it'll have on the area. I do remain worried. I mean, it's a very, very open area of landscape, and it's hard to see how they can cover up and conceal the solar panels because it's such an open area. So I am really worried, and I'm going to take a closer look.
Well, it's certainly a step in the right direction. It appears they've set aside an extra 10 hectares or so of land for the mitigation for things like the Brent geese. But the devil's really going to be in the detail, because it's not necessarily just setting aside this land, it's how you manage it. There's also other things to consider, like they've got some permissive paths in there, and is that going to affect the use of the land by the geese and other birds as well. So it's quite a complex situation. There are a lot of documents to work through. So while it's a step in the right direction, we're still withholding judgment until we've had a chance to look at all the documents.
The Planning Inspectorate now has to make a decision whether to accept or reject the plans by December the 14th. If it's accepted, residents once again will be able to have their say on whether this idea has a bright future, or for developers is a lot of wasted energy. This is Poppy Jeffery for KMTV in Graveney.